Hello, everybody. Captain Marty Brill here. It is Friday, August the 22nd. A lot going on in our local areas. A lot of heavy surf still hanging in there. Not a lot to talk about fishing-wise, but we do need to talk about what to expect over the next few days, and I'll be back to do just that in a moment.
Hey y'all, Captain Marty here to tell you that when my friends are in the market for a new boat engine or repair, I send them to the best, and that's at Ratcliffe Marine in Belhaven. Ratcliffe Marine is your official Suzuki outboard dealer. Suzuki motors are designed to get you on the water fast and get you back to the dock whenever you're ready. Ratcliffe Marine is also the largest repower center in North Carolina. So when you're in the market for a new motor or you need your Suzuki serviced, go to Ratcliffe Marine, 865 Highway 264 in Belhaven.
Hi, I'm LB Daniels, and when you want great local seafood, you go to Fresh Catch Seafood in Wanchese. How do I know it's great? My daddy is one of the fishermen that brings it to the docks. At Fresh Catch Seafood, you will get local seafood right from their fish house. They are a family-owned business that knows the name of every fisherman that comes to their docks. Visit their social media pages to see the latest catches. My daddy would love to put his tuna on your dinner plate, so get it now from Fresh Catch Seafood in Wanchese.
So as we know, we had really big surf down on Hatteras Island. They took the brunt of it, as they usually do. Ocracoke, Hatteras. Nags Head, not so bad, but still, I think some of us feel like we dodged a bullet, but I'm thinking if you ask the people in Buxton, they might say they didn't dodge a bullet so much. But we are thankful we didn't take a direct hit. And that thing is moving on offshore, and the sea will diminish. Today is still a lot of sea on the beach, and a couple big concerns. One is that out in the bars and around the inlets, not the bars in town, I'm talking about the sandbars across the inlets, they get filled, they get a lot of sand pushed into them during these big storms. So wherever the channel markers were, the channel could have moved, or maybe the channel stayed the same and the buoy markers moved. So the first thing they'll do is they'll send a scout out there to look around and see what changed with this kind of system. When you have that much sea pushing in, it all changes, and it could be anything from the inlet being too shallow to cross, and I've seen some storms come through here that actually opened up channels and made things better. So that's issue number one. Issue number two, especially for those my friends down in Hatteras, the charter fleet, the backcountry guides, and the headboat down in Hatteras, is getting your clients back onto the island, and this is going to take a little time. We know the highway had a lot of ocean overwash, and they're pros at they'll get it back up and running as soon as possible, and the captains will work with the clients to get them there the best way possible. There's really only two ways to get onto Hatteras Island. One is by Highway 12 from the north, and the other is by ferry boat from the south, from Ocracoke. And Ocracoke itself, to get there is a pretty substantial ferry boat ride in itself from Swan Quarter or Cedar Island. So once they get their clients back, it was good fishing before the blow, pretty good fishing. The dolphin fishing or mahi fishing was good. There was a decent bite on some wahoos. That's the time of year when they should be biting more. And the bill fishing bite was really good. I do know that after the Pirates Cove tournament, it slowed down considerably on the billfish. I do know Bull Tulsa went out with my niece on Sunday. They caught 2 blue marlin and a white. So both my niece, Kim Holder, and her daughter, Morgan, they each caught a blue marlin. So that's pretty good. And they had a bonus white marlin to boot. That was on the Sea Tour with Captain Bull Tulsa. That's really one of the last fishing reports I got from the offshore guys. We have both the Mid-Atlantic tournament and the Virginia Beach tournament trying to figure out how to finish both of those tournaments. And as a tournament person that helps manage and run some tournaments and score some tournaments, I feel for the tournament staffs in both of those places. So what does that leave us with? I feel like today we're going to have boats back out in the sound fishing. It was a really good speckled trout bite, really good drum bite. Don't forget, we have the Gibbs Shoal light tackle tournament for over in Englehart. That's on Labor Day. So we're looking forward to that. I'll have more updates on that as we get a little bit closer to that. and the fishing in the Sound will pick back up. We'll take a little break, and we'll be back in just a moment. I'll tell you a little bit about when I think the surf fishing will pick up as well.
Wave Runner Fishing Charters provides exceptional Outer Banks fishing trips for anglers of all experience levels. Captain Brian White's love for fishing began at age 6 and soon evolved into a lifelong passion. Located at Wanchese Marina, the Wave Runner specializes in offshore and nearshore fishing adventures, offering guests the excitement of pursuing a wide range of pelagic species. They have the best rates in town. Call today at 252-216-8350 or online at fishwaverunnerobx.com.
So I'm bouncing around a little bit. The swell on the bar that we were talking about in the beginning of this segment is also a concern for the people on the piers. Now, the drum like it rough, and the drum like it northeast wind is their favorite bite. And that we've already had some good drum fishing along the beach. However, too much swell and you can't hold bottom. You really can't do much of anything except stand there and watch those crazy surfers, which I saw some surf video that I could not believe. But those guys they are braver than I am. I never forget that in 1977, I was a mate at Oregon Inlet on the Sundancer with Captain Evan Westcott, and I decided to go surfing one evening, and it was like a 2-foot surf, and I was trying to ride the shore break and dislocated my shoulder, slamming into the bottom on a 2-foot wave, and missed 2 weeks of work, including a billfish tournament. So when I look at people over the last couple of days surfing the south side of Hatteras Inlet, being towed out there by boat and surfing these giant waves, better them than me. But surf will die out. Fishing was okay with that drum bite I mentioned. We had some sea mullet, we've had some croakers along the beach, some pompanos. All that will have to start from scratch, so I won't waste airtime talking about that. But I will keep you posted, because today is going to be day one of the transition, and we'll get back to business as usual. This is nothing new on the Outer Banks, and if you follow my podcast regularly and you did have to come off of Hatteras Island and Ocracoke, or if you did have to go all the way back home to Pennsylvania, we appreciate you doing that and hope that you'll come back and have a really nice trip the next time around. So that's our report for today. Right now it's a good time to go visit your local tackle shops and get stocked up on tackle, because we're getting ready to go into the best fishing time of the year on the Outer Banks. So keep that in mind and have a great day. May the good Lord bless you.